Tragedy in the skies. The Brazilian plane crash of 22 for a heartbreaking day for Brazil. On a somber August day in 2024, the Brazilian skies bore witness to a devastating aviation disaster. Voepass Airlines Flight 2283, an ATR-72 turboprop, was en route from Cascavel to Guarulhos when tragedy struck. The aircraft crashed into a residential area in Vinhedo, São Paulo state, leaving no survivors among the 58 passengers and 4 crew members on board. The flight and its descent. The ill-fated flight encountered severe icing conditions, despite warnings issued by Flight Radar 24. As the ATR-72 spiraled downward, its descent became irreversible. The cockpit voice recorder captured the tense exchanges between the captain and co-pilot as they grappled with the situation. Investigators would later scrutinize every detail, seeking answers to the heart-wrenching loss of life. The impact on familias at the Guarulhos International Airport. Families waited anxiously for their loved ones to arrive. Among them were parents, siblings, and friends, eager to embrace those returning home. But fate had other plans. As news of the crash spread, grief enveloped the waiting area. Tearful relatives clung to each other, their hopes shattered. The investigation begins. Brazilian authorities swiftly launched an investigation. The wreckage, scattered across the Vinhedo neighborhood, revealed the magnitude of the disaster. Rescue teams worked tirelessly, sifting through debris, searching for clues. Was it mechanical failure? Weather conditions? The nation held its breath, awaiting answers. President Lula da Silva's address. President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva addressed the nation with a heavy heart. His words echoed the collective sorrow. Today, we mourn. It appears that all passengers and crew have perished. Our hearts ache for their families and friends. The president vowed a thorough investigation and support for the grieving families. Remembering the lost souls. As the sun set over Vinhedo, candlelight vigils sprang up across Brazil. Communities gathered to honor the memory of those lost. Their names were read aloud, their stories shared. The Brazilian skies, forever changed by this tragedy, bore witness to the collective grief of a nation. The Brazilian plane crash of 2024 remains etched in our hearts, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of aviation safety. As investigators continue their work, we hold on to hope that lessons learned will prevent such heartbreak in the future. May the souls of the departed find eternal peace. Sources: If you have any further questions or need additional information, feel free to ask.